Hi, I'm Rob Miller, and for most of my life I've been looking into the phenomena of alcohol-related domestic violence. It's an underreported and somewhat denied problem, but the mass suffering and the long-term effects are all very real. Everybody loses, except the alcohol industry. But first, if you're here in response to the ad requesting cell phone recordings from an alcoholic household, thank you. Your recordings can bring much needed humanity to otherwise dry statistics. In a few minutes, we'll cover this and give you some information on uploading and contact information, that sort of thing. These videos are powerful documentation. There's a lot of good uses for them. We'll go through all that as well. There'll also be some contact information if you need help living with an alcoholic. Alcohol is a mind-altering, over-the-counter drug. It's got a big part in our society, and most users have little or no problems. Even I have to admit, it can be a pretty good time. Unfortunately, alcohol can have some negative side effects. One example is harm to others. Some people can become belligerent or threatening. Most of us have seen this, and with higher doses, some can go into a violent rage. The RCMP tell us half of Canada's domestic violence is alcohol-related. That works out to an astounding 60,000 police-reported victims per year. That's just the reported ones. The vast majority are never reported. The vast majority are women and children. Alcohol-related violence is generally on the more severe end of the domestic violence spectrum. It tends to get worse with the level of intoxication. It's the high doses where the murders tend to take place. Dozens of Canadian women are slaughtered this way each year. But surprisingly, most deaths are children.
You think this is a game? I'll show you.
Little ones are less able to survive the ongoing brutality. Make no mistake, this is chemically induced violence on a mass industrial scale. But there's some good news. Most of this violence is easily preventable. In fact, the bulk of it is here for commercial purposes. It's a setup. The abusive alcoholic home is an engineered environment. It's designed to safeguard alcohol sales and at the same time groom the next generation of super consumer alcoholics. It's difficult to see how the alcoholic home is manipulated until you compare it with the rest of society. Then it becomes starkly evident. In the 21st century, consumer safety has become extremely important. You see it in advertising, you see it in packaging, and you really see it on labels. Product labels are the first line of defense. They not only warn us of danger, they give us directions on how to keep ourselves and our families safe. Health Canada oversees this. Modern products often carry consumer support lines and links to a wealth of online resources. Today's consumers are more informed and empowered than ever. Except with alcohol. Here, all safety information is held back. There are no directions for keeping yourself and your family safe. There are no customer support lines or links to the outside world. No one is being empowered. Health Canada prides itself on protecting Canadian families, just not these families, not these children. There is zero concern for their safety and well-being. If you don't think this is deliberate, consider this simple analogy. What if, instead of a dangerous product, it was a dangerous corner? Imagine a beautiful country road winding its way through the hills. Many of the cars are filled with families. However, there is one very dangerous corner. So dangerous, there are 60,000 police-reported victims at this corner each year. The most astounding thing is, unlike all other dangerous corners, this one has no signage. Instead of standard preventative measures, They have stationed an army of first responders to service the victims after the crash. This is pretty close to what we see with alcohol. It's all for commercial purposes. The alcohol industry collects most of its revenue from alcoholics. That is, people who average 10 drinks a day. These super consumers are the most important part of the industry. Children of alcoholics are basically groomed to become alcoholic super consumers, and they do so at 4 times the average. These children are an absolute goldmine for the alcohol industry, and the more they suffer, the greater their potential as a source of revenue. Providing these families with safety information would be a disaster for the alcohol industry. Hence, it is held back. This is a highly controlled machine, generating billions in annual revenue. I just followed the money.